Welcome back, everyone, to the Grown Up Italian audio experience. It's episode 60, and you know what that means. Another recap episode.
Recap. The trio back together for this one.
Another one. I'm your co-host, Rocco.
Sabino here.
It's everybody's favorite Michela.
And first and foremost, hope everybody's enjoying their Memorial Day weekend. You know, it's a big weekend for us Italians. Any excuse to have a barbecue.
Any excuse to eat.
A family get together.
Lasagna and barbecue season is officially here.
Yeah, for real. But I'm always excited to do one of these. It's always fun. I feel like getting together just as cousins, especially. It just brings us close. You know, this podcast has been an amazing ride.
Can you believe 60 episodes?
60.
Wild. I can't believe it.
We've done 6 of these recaps. I don't know what gave us the idea to do every 10 episodes, but I feel like it's good.
When we started this, I was like, watch, we're only going to do like 5 episodes.
Because that's what happens. People start podcasts, do a couple things, and eventually, you know, people run out of material. Not us, though. We're on it.
Yeah, so a lot of people that see that we have this podcast, they ask me, oh, is it always Italian stuff? Like, no, I feel like it's not really 100% Italian every time.
It's pretty much, it's not about Italian stuff. It's
it has to have a little hint, though.
A little hint. Yeah.
I think it's more
sprinkle.
like 3 Italians talking shit.
Yeah.
We never do this early in the podcast, but please, everybody, rate, review, subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We have new merch available. The Forza, every different city. You know, we got New York, Boston, Toronto.
Fire.
What am I missing?
Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Italia in general. If you feel we're missing one, message us. If we get enough messages, we'll make those too.
And if you're watching this, you have until tomorrow to actually get a 20% off on all the merch we have out right now. So
what's
get your hands
code?
on those. It's MD 2019.
There you go.
So as soon as you listen to this episode,
yeah, it's literally just go to hardcoreitalians.com, type in Forza or Grown Up Italian. All our merch is there. Feel free to check it out. But I feel like the first priority of this episode is probably what's going on with the Mets game. A lot of people have been DMing us a lot of questions, and I know a lot of the podcast listeners have purchased tickets themselves. So I just want to say it's in the works. I don't want you guys thinking that we're sleeping on it. It's more of making sure everything's right type of thing than rushing into it and giving you false information.
We got a date, though, right?
Yeah, so the date is definitely July 23rd. It's a Tuesday night at 7, and they're playing the Padres, I believe. So it's a summer night.
Tigers, I think.
I think it's Padres.
I think it's the Padres, actually.
Yeah.
Or the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
so, we had a couple of dates in mind, but I feel like July 23rd was the best option for us. So we're just going to roll with that.
Now just like sorting out like final details, right?
Yeah. So a lot of you guys purchased the tickets and all that. And for those who purchased the hard tickets, odds are you're going to be able to exchange them at Citi Field. No 100% confirmation on that. We'll obviously let you know as soon as we can. Online tickets, same thing. You're going to be able to exchange via email address, and they're going to be sending you a link. So we'll take it from there. But if you haven't purchased it, and I think this is the most important part, if you couldn't make it to Mother's Day, I know a lot of people couldn't make it to Mother's Day.
That was a big excuse.
No more
no
excuses.
Excuse now. Summer night, beers and baseball, and fellow Italians.
You know what? To be honest, we're almost sold out in our section. I think we have 20 tickets left?
Yeah. We have a lot of tickets out right now.
Even if you don't get tickets from us, just make it to the game because
honestly, this is
fun.
I can't wait to be there and meet everybody, because aside from people that we sold tickets to personally, I know a lot of people have been DMing the page and saying, hey, I just bought my tickets. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I really can't wait
awesome
for all the cards to fall into place and just unite as one. But it's just been
it's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah, it's been wild.
It's been
something. But we are working day and night literally day and night to lock things in. I mean, Rock is up to crazy hours. He gets up super early for work. Kid runs on no sleep to make magic happen. So
at the end of the day, we can't control Mother Nature. So
yeah.
I hope you guys don't think it's us. But.
Honestly, I think it's better that way, because a lot of people were saying Mother's Day is tough. I think it's like the universe's way of telling us that we should get more people together.
Yeah.
Or especially saying, why would you guys do this to your mothers? Because they don't want to go to a baseball game.
All the time. I saw so many of those comments.
I know a lot of people were saying that, but I speak for us when I say all my aunts and family members and everyone that I know that's a mother personally is like, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it had a lot of support behind us, and it was really exciting. Obviously, we were
in everything we do, though, you know, which is great because
that's what family's for.
Yeah, 100%.
But it was a little upsetting when we first found out it was going to get postponed because
me and Rock were together, and we were literally about to leave the house. And Rock got the email, and his face just went like white. And I looked at him. I'm like, "Don't tell me."
You had expected though. It was like a downpour.
Yeah, it was.
But I was still hoping.
Not looking good. May 12th.
I was in the back of my mind. I was like, "Nah, it's gonna clear up."
God was gonna come out and go.
I thought God was gonna be like Forza, and it just didn't happen. But it's all good. You know, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. It's just the build up that gets it a little crazy.
Yeah.
But without further ado, I'm just excited for, of course, just what's to come with this.
Summer's here. We have a lot of things lined up.
How's everybody liking the playlist that we made?
I know. I see when people download it, so I know they'll be looking at it.
How many people downloaded it? I just want to flex one time.
Right now, it's like 417. That's pretty
417 people downloaded our playlist.
Downloaded it, right? But you could add a playlist to your phone without downloading it, so you have to like consider that in the numbers.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, download it means you could use it without service. Yeah. Like you're on a flight and stuff.
You know what though? A lot of people just search for it and listen to it too. You know?
Yeah.
Without downloading.
Yeah, like our moms that don't know how to use it.
Like I know. My mom doesn't know about any of that, but when she was driving to a family party a couple weekends ago, and they were listening to the playlist, which just gets me hyped.
The pregame.
Yeah,
I like that.
And she don't have it on her phone.
Speaking of playlists, we got a new one coming, so make sure to follow the Growing Up Italian podcast because we're not releasing that next playlist, so we get 500 followers.
Which we're almost
strict
there.
with that. We're strict with it.
Yeah,
and it's an explicit playlist of Italian trap, Italian rap.
Which don't sleep on Italian rap because it's pretty fire.
Yeah, this one's more for the millennials out there. We all get to enjoy
the
it.
younger Italian
then after that,
kids.
we're gonna have. I think maybe we should announce this now, but
a little freestyle action.
We'll drop both at 500.
Which I hate to say it,
right.
but that should be a summer drop because there's nothing better than driving. Windows down, listening to some Stevie B. You know what I'm saying?
I was listening yesterday to some Stevie B. I was like, dun, 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 dun.
He's a legend.
When you hear, I just crank the music all the way up.
That's the music our parents listened to growing up.
That's Tommy Romola music.
Yeah.
Which we were at Rosadia's Sweet 16 on Friday, right? All of a sudden, the DJ started dropping freestyle music, and all her friends were singing. These girls are 16. I looked over. I was like, oh.
Exactly.
So that's how you know.
When we were at, shout out. That's another thing we could talk about. Like, we just had our cousin's Sweet 16. It was an amazing time.
Oh, man. It was great.
I noticed that, like, the new music, everybody was like that. And also when I heard, like, the freestyle, I'm like, yo, this is what I came here to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, it's expected at family parties that's what you're going to hear.
But it was so awesome to me that these girls are literally 15 and 16, no older. It's a Sweet 16. And they were singing along. I was just like in shock. I'm like, how could this be? Do you think 10 years from now, 20 years from now, people are going to be listening to
it's our
DJ
job.
Khaled and singing word for word? Like, this is timeless music, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing with music.
The thing is, like, the kids now still listen to it. You know, they hear it from family parties or whatever the case is, you know?
It's also all in the lyrics.
What were you going to say, Rob?
No, I was just gonna say with that kind of music, like you said, it's timeless. You know, over our generations, I feel like by the time we're 100, that's still gonna be a pop.
Like I'm hoping that 20 years from now, when I have kids, they're listening to freestyle.
Yeah, it's good vibes. Honestly, it makes you just want to like move and overall have a good time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the beats are fire.
But Rosadia's party was one of the best parties I've ever been to.
Yeah, you had a.
It was actually really good for. Zia, because
you hyped too. Rock got his own candle. That was a curveball right there. I remember.
It was the brothers. Yeah.
When she said that candle, I was sitting next to Rock, and all I saw was his head turn. I was like, "Yo, you hype!"
Yeah, it's nice to feel appreciated. You know,
nah, that's
especially in front of a whole room of people.
Yeah.
And then you get your own song.
No, that's personal. When you get a candle at someone's Sweet 16,
it means a lot.
That's special.
Thank you to Zadia.
Shout out to Zadia, my godchild.
No, but what I was gonna say was Zia really she hit a home run because she got Mario and Rosaria Sweet 16 out in one day.
That was Mario's party.
Did you guys ever see the little sister and the older brother, like it's the older brother's Sweet 16.
Yeah, he had me dead the whole night.
In Mario's,
No, when he came out, he was like,
he was getting the crowd going for his little sister.
Yeah, so he walked out with his sister, and as soon as they opened the doors,
he's like,
not even 2 steps in, he's like, "Yo, let's go,
crank it up, crank it up."
he looked like he just like pile drive somebody.
But I mean, also in his defense, my Sweet 16 was my brother's Sweet 16 too. He had his boys there. You know, it was my brother's birthday.
The greatest song.
I'll never forget that night.
I'll never forget.
What song is it?
Yeah, that was perfect for you.
Blow money fast, so sad. Yeah,
Yo,
I love that song.
Something else I really want to get into was, if you haven't seen it yet, you're playing yourself. But we got a bunch of other different little pages, and shout out to Rocco and my uncle Domenico, both Zio Domenicos. Their little Mama Rosaria page they just started. That shit. Yo,
they got some funny.
We got more gems
material
coming on
there.
that.
It's a little unique page for a business page. I think that's why it's
I think it's
pretty
perfect like that.
That's so Brooklyn, though.
Yeah.
What's more Brooklyn than that?
Yeah, and
I never thought my dad would be into it as much as he is, because the old school way, they didn't want Instagram or anything.
and it's funny because we used to tell him, just record it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, just record it and then we'll look at the video after. Because he used to always say, you got to come see this lady that comes in. She sings Italian. And then all of a sudden I'm like, yo, we always told him, just record it, and then we'll see. But
now that he's got a taste of it, he loves it.
Yeah.
Yo, he didn't even really know about the page, and then I showed him. I'm like,
I just made him sign into it on his phone.
So
he
he
doesn't
gets
know how to
like
use
an
Instagram, so.
But now he looks.
Because he asked me, he's like, "Oh, the girl who's in the video wants to see it, but I don't know how to direct her to it." I was like,
got
"All right,
you.
I'll just download your Instagram," and then I had to show him.
Give him some time. He's gonna start looking at it and figuring it out for sure.
Yeah, he'll pick it up. But I don't know. It's just the old school mentality of social
you know
media.
what it is? They didn't believe in that. They believed if you wanted to see what someone was up to, you picked up the phone and you called them.
Yeah.
If I'm wondering what someone's up to, I go to their Instagram and I see exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it really connects the world. It's crazy how many interactions you can get from social media.
People love Zio Domenico, and he's got to be on a podcast soon. We haven't done podcasts with him since first 20.
Yeah, we got to get him.
He's just been busy, and he works super early, like 4 a.m. So to catch him is really tough.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No matter any hour of the day, he could still find them in as good as a mood as he is.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
At any time, and that's what people love about. When you have
that's old school too.
When you have a business and you see the owner himself happy and cheerful in the morning, that makes you want to go there again.
I give credit to your dad and Zio because they work mad hours and they're cheerful. And I'm in the same business and I ain't cheerful working out.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Honestly, I really don't. But
the other day, I went with Nico to go see Zio. Remember?
Mm-hmm. So
it was like 2:30. And Dio didn't answer his phone. He must have not saw me call him because he usually does. So I'm like, let's just go. And your dad was like, he just left. He's like, call him. He just left. So I call him. I'm like, Dio, where are you? I'm by the store. I'm with Nico. He's like, I'm coming. He's like, I'm coming. Yo, literally, no exaggeration. He must have been around the corner.
He just whipped it
20
around.
20 seconds left. 20 seconds later, boom, he came. And it was just mad funny. Nico loves him.
And Nico's powerful, man. His page really starts.
He actually wants to meet that lady too. He's like, yo, you got to set that up for me.
That lady is funny.
It's funny because if an Italian were to say some of the things she was saying, it wouldn't be funny. But the fact that she's
Giuseppe the bridge builder, you ever heard of him?
Yeah, that was good. I didn't expect that. I don't think my uncle expected that.
That was
either.
good.
That was her joke or Zio's joke?
No, hers. That was hers.
That was good.
She got some good jokes, man.
I think that was Zio that.
I kind of want to hang out with her.
It's funny because he was like the echo of her. I don't know if you paid attention close to the video, but she's saying the joke and he's repeating the last words she's saying.
No, because I thought that he said it to her so many times that she repeated it. But I didn't know.
Honestly, I don't know the full story, but I think that was her own because his face at the end was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't expect
He's like, "Oh,
that.
that's a good one."
Yo, I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Nico though because
man,
he just got verified on Instagram and all of a sudden all this other shit came up.
Once he got verified, everybody noticed him. It's crazy.
No, well, I think he wasn't. It was that video. That video of Justin.
The basketball. Oh my god!
He got thrown to the floor and then they were like,
"Oh ball!"
Yo, literally everybody reposted that.
Every World basketball page.
It was all over Instagram.
I was talking to him. World Star hit him up like, "Can we post it?" And they're like, do we have permission to post whatever? So then yesterday they posted
the pig video,
the
right?
cops with the pig.
Yeah,
I saw that.
People on World Star, of course, are gonna go crazy for that.
Right,
They're like,
right.
look at his family portrait.
Yeah,
But you know what? Like, I did see that video. I thought it was funny, but some people are too serious on Instagram.
Nah,
Like,
that shit was really funny.
Did you see the comments on that?
On the pig one?
Yeah.
Of course, because I'm not even gonna say it, but
But I'm just saying.
I respect
it's
cops
Instagram.
too much.
Of course,
Oh,
we got family that are
100%,
cops.
100%.
But you know,
It's funny.
You
It's
have to
humorous.
be able to see the comedy.
Cops
in
have like a
things.
lot of, you know, a bad reputation of like.
But at the end of the day, when something goes wrong and you need help, you call the cops.
Yeah,
So how much
absolutely.
could you really? I have nothing but respect for cops. You know, like one of my favorite cousins is a cop.
Of course.
You know, all of them come to the shop. You hear what they go through. You see what they go through. Nothing but
that's a
respect
job
for
I
cops.
definitely wouldn't want. I'll
Tough.
tell you that
You know what I
much.
mean?
Scary.
Especially in today's day and age where everyone, as soon as someone whips out a phone to, like, if something's going wrong, instead of somebody actually helping, they take out
Yeah,
their
that's
video
what I hate.
record.
That's
Like,
what
I
I
don't
hate.
get that.
But that goes for everything.
that's-
Like somebody
that's
could
really
be
everything.
like in need, like, you know, about to kill themselves on the side of the
somebody's-
bridge, and the first thing people are doing is taking off the phone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's
I
just
don't
a,
get
that's
that.
It's like they're
this
worried
day
about
and age that we live
They're
in.
worried about
Like, that's so
getting
ridiculous.
views
to
and
me.
likes. You know?
But what honestly makes me just have some hope for humanity is the fact that the older people, especially Italians, like Sandy herself. Remember Sandy from last episode?
Yeah.
She's just
People love her.
She's
I'm a little upset that I didn't get to meet her.
she's like the latest hit on our page, and people love
Yeah,
her.
she's
just
funny.
She's from the Ice House, so
Yeah.
that's another place we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff with. And you guys gotta watch out for the Ice House because number one, they have a dope spot.
Yeah,
Where
it's-
is that
On the
exactly?
water. It's in
In
Grog's Neck,
Neck.
Bronx.
Grog's Neck, okay.
And like the place is sick. It's on the water, and they own the whole dock there.
Crazy.
So like the potential for us, things we could do there is insane.
Especially
And
in the summer.
that lady has such a good personality, and she
Very
actually
good
does
people.
stand up too a little bit.
I
You
know.
saw that
Yeah,
video?
you gotta
Yeah.
be around people like that, man. You have to hang out with people who could crack jokes on
The
themselves.
direction I think this podcast is going, right? Because like even you know, Pure Organic, like people like that,
Yeah, he's
everybody's like,
funny.
yo, we like him so much, he should get his own podcast. I'm like, you know how much it is to run 2 podcasts? I'm like, I'll just have him as a guest every month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's tough, man. Especially if they want to run it themselves. I can't even imagine.
This is another job.
Yeah, and like we're literally just, I know it's 60 episodes in, but we still have a lot to do. Like we have so many things that we want to do with this podcast, especially like setup wise, and you know, in terms of microphones.
Just
and we
getting
changed about
better
15
audio
microphones.
situation, you know?
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah,
you know?
to those
Everything
who
takes
do
time.
tell me about the audio, listen, I'm not a specialist in
As you
audio
can
engineering.
see,
do this
look
all
where we
ourselves.
are. You know.
Literally, as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm straight going on this laptop, trying to line up everything, trying to figure it out. Just, I'm like the only audio engineer here. It's not as easy as it seems.
Real talk though, we do this like straight up like on YouTube tutorials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know.
like-
I mean, how else are you gonna do it? You don't have the time, and you know,
Well, we're
there's
not
just
paying
no way.
anybody to do it. You know?
It's just something we do for fun, something to interact
I was
with.
telling one of my boys, I'm like, yo, you know, this is just like a hobby. He's like, bro, you guys are way past the hobby. He's like, your podcast is popping. But, you know, we definitely want to get the audio a little better. We're like at a
Yeah.
7 right
So
now.
this is
We
for
wanna get at
anyone
the 10.
listening who has any experience with that and wants to lend a helping hand. Reach out to us. Like,
Yeah.
let's link up.
We're
you
balling
know.
on the budget. You
You
know,
know what the
Yeah.
problem
we'll
is?
feed you and stuff.
Everybody listens to like the Joe Rogan podcast, and he does an amazing job. And he's actually a little Italian. But when you compare Joe
you can't
Rogan's
compare us to
podcast
Joe Rogan,
to ours,
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
come on.
Joe Rogan's making thousands of dollars doing that podcast.
We
We're
don't-
not.
We're doing it for
Make it-
fun.
We got
yeah.
1 or 2 sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our sponsors, but it's not like you
Keeping
know.
us afloat over here.
You know, they're keeping us like you know the nose above water. But you know, like we're here though. We're still
Yeah.
all about pushing Italian culture.
That's
and
what it is.
There's nobody
it's a
doing what we're
passion,
doing.
You know.
You know, there's other podcasts out there that reached out to me and they're like, "Yo, how do you guys do an episode every week?" I'm like, "Easy. I could do more. It's just I don't have the time."
Right.
Yeah.
I could
Exactly.
do. We haven't done one episode about an actual like Italian thing, like how much to put in the envelope or is this sauce or grape. We never did any episodes like that.
Yeah.
Our stuff just been on the fly, you know, introducing our people. Like
Literally this one, like, all right, recap. All right, we already know what to do. It's not like we have anything planned or written down. You know, it's
I got
crazy.
a little.
But I think
got a
that's
little
what's
couple
so
notes written down,
that's
but
what's
Yeah.
so appealing about it is that we don't go by like a spreadsheet. Like we're generally just getting together and talking shit. Like you have like an inside glimpse of what goes on when we hang out. We talk shit.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely. And it's just funny because I was listening to the older podcasts, and I do this often just to see the difference in the way we talk.
Like track the progress of it.
Our comfort level. And I could definitely say a lot of us used to say like in the beginning, and we still do. But now we've cut it out like 90%.
No, I used to say every 6 seconds.
That we're just talking.
We still have moments where we do.
We're going with the flow.
I feel like a lot of it felt a little structured in the beginning. Now it's more loose and
it's
lenient.
like a fear of the unknown. You don't know how to act. You don't know what to say.
Yeah, no, it's fun to do, and it's hard to entertain people through a mic. You have to realize that too. A lot of people listening through this.
People listen with their eyes, you know.
Yeah, and you know, we do have the YouTube channel, but mostly everybody looks at it using headphones or just through their phone. So
yeah, that's what I noticed too. Like a lot of people don't really view it on YouTube, but you know, that's just for like I guess a certain little group of people. I guarantee you, the people that look on YouTube also listen to it.
Yeah,
to
you
get
know
like
what I mean?
to match a voice to a face type
like
thing.
I'm sure they like listen to it on and then they'll like open the YouTube just to
but
see
90%, if not more of it, is on the train going to work, in the car.
Yeah, download
when
the
you have some
episode.
free time.
How funny is that though when we got Sal the Voice, Vinny, and John Franco, the views on YouTube were crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Because people just search their name and that video pops up.
Right, and that's
not only that,
thing.
our people are probably curious too of like.
That's true too.
Seeing what
yeah.
it is, you know.
And then another person, I know I'm getting a little off topic here. Another person that's actually been really crazy on our page, and I know Sabino has this actually written down, is Nina Minaj.
Yeah, that's coming, man. That I gotta sit down with that lady.
Those videos are funny.
Yo, she's like literally one of our Diaz times 10.
Yeah, for her, she takes it up a notch. She's hilarious,
True.
and I see why so many people like her. And I'm glad that we have a page that could put her on a platform where people actually notice her.
That's what our page is all about.
Because on our Facebook page, literally the video went viral. It got like 1,500,000 views.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
People can relate to her even if they're not Italian. You know, they could be Greek, Polish, Chinese, whatever it is. They just, you know, that strong ethnic personality. You know what I mean?
Right. And Joe Speck is the man for just recording everything that his mom's doing. You know?
It all.
I feel like if I would do that with my mom, she would smack the phone out of my hand. And ¿Qué está fallando?
Does she know she's going viral and stuff? Because you talk to her.
I wonder.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he probably tells her, and I know he has a sister too. So I think one of the two.
She definitely has an idea of what's going on.
But
yeah,
she's
I'm
hilarious.
sure.
You guys just have to
get
check
a
her
million
out.
views anywhere. There had to be people that went up to her like, I saw that video of you.
Yeah.
You know, especially friends she knows. You know what I mean?
1 million people. That's crazy.
That's
I
a
still
lot.
can't even believe that. Oh, man. So actually, before we started this podcast, while you guys were on your third dream, because we are doing this early in the morning today.
Listen, I was making my way over here. I was up.
Oh, you got some questions?
All right, so I put up a story on Instagram asking people if they had some questions. So if you guys are cool with just answering some of them. You tell me. So we have a few good ones. We could pass on some. We could roll with the other ones. We'll start with Dylan Cirillo. All right. What is your favorite Italian song?
Yo, just look at that playlist. All those are my favorite songs.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, it all depends on what I'm feeling, you know?
But what's one that you know that's always going to work, though?
Anything Nino D'Angelo.
Yeah?
Cafe Bolente.
Oh, my brother plays out that song.
Yeah. I feel like with Italian music, I don't know if there's like, I have one that's mellow and then another one that's more upbeat.
Hype.
Yeah, so I can't
if you just play Julia, you'll be like,
So that's a fan
Yeah,
favorite.
it really all depends on like the mood.
I feel like for me it's A Te by Giovanotti.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
song.
just it hits hard, you know, and no matter where you are.
even Vedo Nero is a good song.
You love that song.
Vedo Nero.
I was listening to our playlist yesterday and Tu Sei by Eros Ramazzotti came on. That song's so underrated. I was listening to it and I'm like, wow, this could totally be my wedding song.
I know a lot of us know who Eros Ramazzotti is, but some people like don't really like him. I don't really understand
Like,
why.
yo, I went to one of his concerts by far one of the worst concerts I've ever been
Really?
to. He literally just
Damn.
sat there on a stool.
He's old, man.
And sang.
He's like
What is
70.
it? Then I went to a Nino D'Angelo concert.
Edos is
The
that
old?
No
Nah,
way.
exaggerating.
I'm gonna say
I mean,
like
he's
50.
younger than Nino D'Angelo. But then I went
Yeah,
to
but
see Nino D'Angelo.
Nino's Nino, you know?
And that was the best concert I've ever been to. Like,
Really?
it was amazing. Like, we were there with our whole family. Like, our whole family took up the first 2 rows. We were at this, where were we? The Taj?
Nino
in
actually
AC.
went up to our cousin Michael.
He stopped the concert to go up to Michael and kiss Michael. Like, it was dope. Dope experience. And then we had, like, backstage passes to meet him. I got a flick with him. That was, like, the greatest moment. But
You could tell you guys love him.
we grew up listening to him, you know? But I also grew up listening to Eros. And then you see the 2 live, and it just, like, solidifies why Nino D'Angelo was, like, our Nonno's favorite artist, you know? Awesome guy.
But also from our region, you know what I mean? Like, who else put Napoli on the map?
He's
like
king
that,
of the
you know?
South in Italy. And even, it's crazy because he's Napolitan, and the Sicilians go crazy for him.
I know, it's so true.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like the Napolitan dialect and Sicilian dialect, of course they're different, but at the same time they're also kind of similar.
I feel like they're probably the closest.
And the Calabrese, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Those 3.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's words where I can't even pronounce like Calabrese and the Sicilian.
Those are the biggest amount of immigrants too.
Yeah.
From Napoli, Calabria, and Sicily.
Those regions.
Because those are the regions that are most fucked up. You know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
What's the next question?
Another one is this one's kind of good. So, in terms of beer, do you prefer Birra Moretti or Peroni?
Ooh.
Peroni, probably.
Like if you're in Italy, if you're in Sanza per se, like what?
On tap.
I'm going
yeah.
to a tall glass of Peroni on tap.
Yeah, I would say Peroni.
And it's
too.
like 60 cents.
It's crazy.
I'd rather
lifestyle over
Heineken,
there.
to be honest. I know.
Really?
Heineken or Corona, but
Corona's the way to go.
That's like your inner New
when
York
you
speaking.
drink Italian drinks, you gotta drink the limoncello. Shout out to Fabrizio.
Which I do. I'm a fan of spritzers. I gotta tell you the truth. I was in Amalfi, and their drink is like, what is it, like just like a spritz fire.
What about you, Rock?
That's
Like
like, a
apple
summer
spritz?
drink. No, like an Aperol spritz.
Yeah.
That's
What
what
about
you
you,
said.
Rock? What do you prefer?
Did you say apple or Aperol?
No, Aperol.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
I
my
heard
bad.
apple. Yeah,
Apple's
Aperol. Fire.
Like
I'm like,
apple.
I know
apple?
apple.
What
I
the
know it's
fuck?
apple
I'm
too.
like, apple.
Favorite drink, like in general?
No, like Birra Moretti.
Oh, Peroni for sure.
Peroni on tap is
Moretti's
fire.
like the Budweiser.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, like that's a cheap one. It's a little cheaper.
Peroni on tap is next level.
Yeah, I don't know. Peroni just has that reputation, and always, and it's
But it's
always
crazy.
good.
Nostra Azzurro.
Because then when like family comes here from Italy, they love Corona.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Italy don't even drink Peroni. They rather
You know
Corona.
why, though, I think?
Because Corona's expensive there.
Corona in Italy is very expensive. So then they come here and they drink it because maybe it's a little cheaper here. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Corona
forgot to.
has a unique taste, though. That's what it is.
Yeah, I forgot to mention A Fiero 5 asked that one. So if you're listening, I don't want you thinking I shortcutted you on your name.
Oh, yeah, people get mad about that. Me.
Oh, yeah,
John
people get mad about every day.
Giovanni A says, "What is your favorite Italian food?" I mean, I feel like we discussed that one definitely in
This
the
is
fast
so hard. This is
fast
a hard
podcast,
question.
but
You gotta say pasta, pizza.
This sounds,
Nutella.
I hate saying it, but pizza. And I'm not talking the 99-cent pizza from a spot in Manhattan. I'm talking brick oven pizza, arugula, prosciutto, parmigiano, balsamic,
I feel like anytime I ask somebody what kind of pizza is their favorite, they never say brick oven. But I feel like it's because they haven't really truly had a brick oven like we had in our
Like your
hometown.
standard cheese slice is not what's considered Italian pizza, really. When you go to Italy, they get like when you go there, it's a personal like brick oven with whatever on it.
Yeah.
That's what pizza is to them, not a slice of that with the flop and you eat it. That's not really considered pizza.
Right.
Like I can't eat cheese pizza anymore. It skeeves me out.
All the grease. And
Yeah, but a nice brick oven.
All right, let's tickle this one a little bit. T-Pucci _. All right, she asked,
Fire name.
Can we discuss the gravy sauce debate? I know you could start this one out. We're not going to go along with this one, I promise.
Like, what do you mean? cheese gravy, the gravy sauce debate.
Yeah, like, do you say gravy or sauce?
Because you just can't justify calling it gravy. It's sauce. Don't tell me it's gravy when it has meat in it, because then it would be vodka gravy, but it's vodka sauce.
Yeah, it's definitely sauce.
It's sauce.
Yeah.
But, you have extremists that go either way.
We used to be really touchy about this one, in fairness. Like, if you go literally back to the first episode, we spoke about this, and Miguel was heated. It's sauce. It's sauce.
It gets me so mad, because you just can't justify it.
In fairness, though, like...
I mean, if you call it gravy, whatever.
It is what it is,
But if you ask me for gravy, I'm going to give you brown gravy. Like, that's just what it is. I'm sorry.
If you want to trigger an Italian and you...
Bring this up.
Yeah.
Bring this up.
This is like a topic of discussion anywhere that people enjoy.
I really don't... Like, when I hear people say gravy anymore, I might make fun of them a little bit, but... I don't really care.
It's just like whatever at this point,
I don't know if it's because we become
whether
numb to
whether
it,
you
but...
call it sauce or gravy, whatever it is, just make sure you body it. It's all about the taste.
Yeah, as long as it tastes
call
good.
it whatever you want, but don't be serving no ragu out of the friggin' jar. Make sure make sure it's legit sauce. And call it whatever you want.
If it's out of a jar that you bought in a store,
then you could call it gravy.
Call it Monettes. No, just call it Monettes.
This one's a good one from Mike from Hardcore Italians.
My guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. That's my guy. Little Chiquito guy right there.
That's Mike. He says, "What's your long-term vision for the podcast?" Who wants to start that one up? Or you want a second to think?
I was talking to you guys about this 2 days ago, and I learned that whenever I get really excited about something, I talk about it. It doesn't happen. But I will say, I had the craziest phone call that we literally...
Don't even say it
took
because
us a
you're
year
a
and a
mush.
half.
He's going to jinx it.
It took us a year and a half to get to this point.
Don't talk about it.
But that convo, when it happens, you'll know. If
there
it
you
happens.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because anyone who knows Sabino knows he's the biggest mush of all time.
That's why it rained.
So don't talk about it.
That's why it rained on our
Superstitious.
Game,
yeah, please.
Just to let you know.
But
Who asked that question? Oh,
Mike. Yeah. So, what's the long-term vision? What do you think?
Look, I'm very superstitious, so I do have visions and I do have dreams and aspirations, which is exactly why I'm not going to talk about them, because then they're going to throw the maluki on us and nothing's going to happen.
All right, I'll tell you.
Just touch base a little bit. So,
our podcast is going to be the main thing when an Italian American is dropping a book or has a new song or invents something new. He's going to want to be on our podcast to get it on a platform.
That's a good
so
one.
That other Italian Americans will see it and want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or let's say an Italian American is going to be on this TV show and they want to promote it. They're going to hit us up to be on it. When a rapper or someone relevant from Italy comes to New York, they're going to hit us up to be on our podcast or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's where I see this going.
We want to be like...
It takes 3 years.
We want to be like the plug for all things Italian American.
Our page is growing every day, though. We're almost at 70K.
That's crazy.
No, it just...
I remember
like 50,000 followers in a year.
I remember when we didn't even have 1,000 followers. Do you remember that?
I know.
I remember when I used to post pictures and they would get 20 likes. Now you add a couple zeros to it. It's dope. It's a great feeling.
But overall, you just have to realize that the podcast, for me at least, the long-term vision is just connecting everybody to one Italian cultural platform where they could become more knowledgeable in the 100%. Italian culture. Like Sabino said, have people come on to promote their own material. A way for people to just unite, for us to be able to touch base with people on what's going on in the culture, what we're doing, hopefully build connections and partnerships with others. And just overall making sure we're
doing other events, definitely too.
Yeah, just making sure that culturally we're united. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. A lot of people like say, "Oh, Italians don't stick together," and then they like bug out about the dumbest shit. Oh my god,
and that gets me tight. Like, because we are not about that. Like, if you're gonna get mad over a photo credit or something, it's so stupid. Like, shit is crazy. But
there's been instances where it's just a headache for no reason. Like, if it really sets you off that much, then honestly,
you shouldn't be on social media then. I'm
honestly
sorry.
Just unfollow us. It's not the end of the world, you know. Like, obviously, we appreciate every single one of you, but if you're not happy with something, then just unfollow. You can't blow things out of proportion.
Yeah.
It really isn't cool.
That sounds offensive to you, too. Like, people be like, oh, that's really offensive. Or, oh, this meme is from, you know, someone passing. You know what I mean? Like, let's say we'll use something for a meme, and people are like, oh, that guy's a terrorist. Or
and
this,
what's,
you know,
Right,
what's
that's happened
crazy
before.
to me is that the same people that preach, oh, Italians don't stick together, we have to be united, are the same people that will rip on you for the smallest thing.
Right. I feel like
they'll be the first ones to criticize you on something. You were just preaching about being united 5 minutes ago. What happened to that person?
I know. It's just everybody tries to be somebody they're not, and it's sad.
We're stronger if we stick together. I always felt that way.
With the Italian community that we have and we know, I want success for everybody. I don't want
100%.
to see anybody deteriorate or fall down
Yeah.
or slip up or do something that hurts their page or whatever it may be. Like, that's not what it should be about. We should bring each other up. And I know everybody's for that, but the second we make a mistake or the second we don't credit somebody for a picture,
and that's so
everybody
stupid.
gets at us. But when people steal our stuff, like, well, we
It's
have
all
to keep
good.
our mouths shut and like fold our hands. But I'll continue to be that because I feel like that's just how we are. I'm not gonna get butthurt about it.
I don't really care about these internet people that I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's more so like
It's all about the bigger picture.
Our circle of Italians love us, and we're doing something that nobody's doing. At the end of the day, nobody is dropping an Italian weekly podcast, and we are. So, like, appreciate it while it's here. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for us to do this, it takes a lot of work, and nobody else is doing that.
If you took the credit, the effort that you put into criticizing someone, into just giving them a second of, like, you know, good job, the world would be such a better place.
Yeah.
Put that same effort into just reaching out to say something positive instead of saying something negative. Watch how much better the world is.
Nah,
you know?
that'll never happen, though.
It's just how
See,
it
like,
is.
whatever happened to, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it.
Yeah,
Would
but
you
I
ever
don't think anybody's ever done that.
ever text someone to say, yo, your outfit was shit yesterday? No.
No, but they'll tell somebody else about it.
You know? Come on, man. Bite your tongue a little bit. It's really...
What other questions we got? Let's,
people just look forward to seeing you miserable because they want to make you miserable.
Yeah, misery needs company, man.
It is what it is. Okay, this one's kind of funny. All right, so Andrea P said Italian mothers refuse to have pets but fall in love when you bring home one.
doggy, little Rocky.
That's so good.
Hi, Rocky.
That's so
Come
good.
here, Rocky.
Well, why they like that? They'll always refuse to have a pet, but once you get that pet, they're the first ones to fall in love with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's mad funny.
I think ask her for permission if we can make a post about that.
Yeah.
Yo, what about in Italy? Like, real talk. So recently, dogs weren't even allowed in the house.
Yeah.
Now in Italy, they're on the same wavelength. Like,
I mean,
you see them walking the little poodles.
Don't look at where we're from. In like Milan, Rome, it was always a thing, but now like down south, it's becoming a thing too.
And I'm happy because there used to be so many stray dogs. You know, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
There'd be just like me and my family would go for nightly jogs around the neighborhood just to get some cardio in after eating like crazy today. And then at night, there's like 4 dogs chasing us.
Yeah.
Going buck wild.
Crazy.
So at least they'll be tamed a little bit, you know?
Any other questions?
I mean, those are pretty much the good ones. So honestly, we could wrap it up if you guys feel comfortable with that.
Rock opened it up, so it's on you to close it
Yo,
out.
give your people your flowers while they're there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
You know, appreciate this greatness, man, because we don't need to be doing this, and we are, because there's that select few people that appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, then
whether they're appreciating it or not, they're still watching every move. So
no, that's a fact.
You know,
it's a fact.
But for
you're
those
still checking on our page every day to see what we post.
Whether it's to criticize or compliment, you're still there.
Send it to your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this stupid thing. It's not even funny. Well, we got 70,000 followers, baby, and they're real. All right.
Bang, 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 bang.
All right, guys, have a good one.